Breaking news for our viewers in the West. Vice President Harris makes the biggest decision of her campaign, poised to pick six-term Congressman, retired school teacher, Army National Guard veteran, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate.
The deadly storm battering Georgia and South Carolina right now. Flash flood emergencies in Florida, towns swamped. At least 9 reported tornadoes in 48 hours. Travel disrupted nationwide. Ginger leads our team in the storm zone. Plus, the fast-moving brush fire forcing families to evacuate in Southern California.
This is all that's left of that RV that caught on fire, and you can see behind me they're digging up the ground to try to turn off the gas line because it's still burning here.
As neighbors join firefighters trying to protect their homes.
Bouncing back, markets overseas recovering after the worst day on Wall Street in almost 2 years. What's behind the wild swings and what it means for your money?
We're caught up in the pandemonium. The first giant pandas to come to the U.S. in more than 2 decades about to take center stage. Will Reeve is there for us live at the San Diego Zoo with his new friends. And overnight, Team USA caught up on gold medals. Stars and Stripes surfing into a big win on the water with a surprise guest watching. Plus, one of GMA's own battling for the bronze on the court. And our gymnasts taking a bow. Biles and Childs making history with this unforgettable moment.
From ABC News, this is the Western edition of Good Morning America.
Jordan Childs, you just won your first Olympic individual medal. Where you going? I'm going to Disney Paris.
Not a bad place to be.
Not bad at all. And her reaction after she won the bronze, she said, "This is crazy," and we cannot wait to catch up with Jordan live.
We are looking forward to that. Right now, though, breaking news. Vice President Kamala Harris has picked Minnesota Governor Tim Walz to be her running mate. I want to go straight to Selena Wang.
Good morning, George. We're learning, according to sources, that Vice President Harris has finally chosen her VP pick, and it's Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. He has skyrocketed in popularity on her short list. He's known for having this folksy, personal, affable vibe. He has a rural backstory. He's a former high school teacher, high school football coach, National Guard member, and he's a 6-term member of Congress. He has a backstory that the Harris team believes is going to appeal to those rural, battleground swing state voters. That's when it comes to his background, but his actual policies has been very progressive. As the popular Minnesota governor, he's enacted and championed a bevy of progressive policies, including free school lunches, codifying abortion. So this is really going to excite Vice President Harris's very liberal base. However, there are questions about how this is going to broaden her appeal. He's not from a swing state like Senator Mark Kelly was from Arizona or her other top pick, Josh Shapiro of Battleground, Pennsylvania, but he does have that Midwestern vibe that the Harris team believes is going to make him a very effective messenger. And part of the reason, George, why we've seen him grow in popularity so quickly is because in recent days, he has been hitting the networks and the cables, making the case for why Americans should choose the Democrats over the Republicans. He's been labeling the Republicans as, quote, weird. And that is a catchphrase that has really caught on with the Harris campaign. So he has very quickly shown that he can effectively go after Republicans without changing the vibe into a negative mood, showing that he can be unique and different in that way. Now, this is really unprecedented, the speed at which Vice President Harris made her choice. I was told that as of last night, she still had not made her decision and that her team had printed signs with Harris and various different candidates to be prepared to go the minute she made her decision. I am told that she really values chemistry and somebody she trusts, in addition to finding someone who's going to help her win. So tonight, we're going to see Harris here with her choice of Governor Tim Walz. They're going to be taking the stage together for Harris's biggest rally yet. I'm told to expect more than 10,000 people in the arena tonight. Guys.
We are tracking the very latest on Tropical Storm Debby. The deadly storm is moving slowly over Georgia and South Carolina this morning. 30 inches of rain expected in some parts with the threat of catastrophic flooding. Our team is following the latest travel chaos as Charleston gets slammed with heavy rain right now. Victor is standing by, and Ginger leads us off in Savannah, Georgia, where the mayor there said to hunker down. Good morning, Ginger.
Great advice, Michael, because we have flooded roads like this all over Savannah. You can see that abandoned car behind me. There's another abandoned car in this flooded street. We've seen people turning around, which is a great idea. But we had more than 8¼ inches already. And I say already because this storm has 3 more days, all the way through Friday before it exits South Carolina.
Overnight, Debby slowly swirling across the southeast, dropping life-threatening rain in Georgia and South Carolina. In Edisto Beach, South Carolina, a tornado on the outer bands of Debby tearing homes apart. In Debby's wake, flash flood emergencies in Florida, leaving towns swamped. 5 people have been killed, including 2 children. A 13-year-old boy died when a tree fell on this mobile home while he was inside in Levy County, Florida. In Horseshoe Beach, where they took on that eye wall, they had strong winds tearing up trees. More than 16 inches of rain fell near Sarasota. As the water rushed in, Curtis Silver and his family were forced to run to the top floor.
The water wasn't just coming in through the front door. It was coming up through the floorboards. It was coming in through the walls to the outside.
And in Lake City, this woman was lucky to make it out alive.
We had absolutely no time to react. It was right on us. All we had time to do was just kind of look at each other and say, run.
So we tracked this storm all the way from the Tampa Bay area, and we got ahead of it before it really hit last night here in Savannah. You can see we've now made it onto kind of the outside of the center of what's left of Debby. We're in that lighter part in southeast Georgia, but that pummeling part, that outer band, right on top of Charleston. Charleston has a threshold of about 16 inches or so where they see major flood problems, and that is unfortunately a real possibility as we go through today, tomorrow, and Friday. You see right there, we're still in a flash flood warning. That's the type that when you get it, if you have a choice to not drive, don't. Here's the timing and the big problem. It doesn't move. That's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You see how Columbia, the A there of Columbia, that's Friday morning. The center of the storm still hanging out in South Carolina before it starts to jet up through the mid-Atlantic. So North Carolina has now been extended into that significant or even potential for some elevated flash flood risk. I want to make sure to point that out because as much as we're talking about here in Savannah, Charleston, but Robin, also up into Wilmington and then the mid-Atlantic and Northeast, we could track this all the way home, Robin.
And we will be checking back with you throughout the morning, Ginger. Thank you. And as you know, a flash flood warning has been issued for Charleston, South Carolina, with the coast bracing for life-threatening conditions. Victor Oquendo is there for us this morning. Good morning to you, Victor.
Good morning, Robin, from downtown Charleston, where the rain has been relentless and we have not seen the worst of it yet. Here in the beloved city market, the streets are already inundated. Some business owners taking precautions, putting out these sandbags, and for good reason. Let me show you. I'm about to walk down from the sidewalk onto the street, and you'll see in some spots it's almost up to my knees right now. This flooding has been the concern all along here in Charleston. It could be catastrophic. The city is surrounded by rivers, and with all of this rainfall, they can't drain out into the Atlantic the way they're supposed to because of all the water Debby is pushing in off the east. We could be looking at anywhere between 2 to 4 feet of storm surge. The mayor saying that the city has brought in additional pumps ready to be deployed as necessary. Same with high water rescue vehicles. A curfew was put in place last night. City leaders meeting again this morning to assess the plan moving forward as we brace for more rain through Thursday. George?
Okay, Vic, return now to the travel trouble caused by Debby and the other storms. Thousands of flights across the country have been canceled or delayed. Trevor Ault is at LaGuardia Airport. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, George. In fact, we've now had back-to-back days with well over 10,000 flight delays and cancellations across the country. This is a huge burden for air travelers during a time when a lot of people are trying to head on vacation. And today we are almost certainly going to be battling even more travel impacts.
No answers, and sitting around waiting.
This morning, frustrated travelers facing delay after delay, dealing with the ripple effects from Tropical Storm Debby and a series of scattered summer storms across the Midwest and Northeast. Nationwide, more than 23,000 flights canceled or delayed since Sunday, with Debby's pummeling winds and rains hitting Florida airports hard.
Our flight was supposed to leave at 11:40 this morning. We're not leaving until about 8:30 tonight now. It's quite the adventure trying to keep my young one occupied.
Travelers trying to head south are also struggling.
Trying to get down there for 2 days. So it's just frustrating, all in general. I get the weather is the cause, but hey, give me some better information so I can plan.
American Airlines, which has hubs in Miami and Charlotte, has been hit the hardest, with 412 flights canceled yesterday alone. And all the big airlines are allowing customers to rebook without change fees.
And so the FAA is now once again warning of disruptions up and down the East Coast, especially because Debby is not the only issue for travel. We are once again expecting thunderstorms in the Midwest and here again in the Northeast. Michael?
Yeah, so many disruptions there, Trevor. Thank you for that. We're going to turn now to the markets this morning, rebounding overnight after a global sell-off yesterday that sparked new fears about an economic slowdown. Our chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, is here to break it down. Good morning to you, Rebecca.
Good morning to you, Michael. And let's start with the numbers. It was the worst day on Wall Street in nearly 2 years. You see it across the board there. The S&P 500, that's what's in most 401ks, down 3%. And the NASDAQ, that's the tech names, those high-flying tech stocks attached to artificial intelligence. They were hit the hardest. But as you say, Michael, the markets have been rebounding overnight.
And despite that, we're hearing the R word, recession, being thrown around again. Can you give us a reality check on that?
Yeah, this is really important here, Michael. So you take the stock plunge coupled with Friday's disappointing jobs report. That has put this recession talk back on the table. And no doubt there are people who do not feel great about this economy. In fact, many people do. Consumer confidence is mixed. Inflation, though, this is important. It's much lower than it was a year ago. And while the chances of a recession have gone up, economists do not believe we are in one now because jobs are still being added in the economy. 114,000 jobs last month. Unemployment at 4.3%. That is very low historically, and wages are still rising. That does not happen in a recession. And this is important because it means there's still time to steer clear of a severe downturn. It really comes down to what the Fed does next with interest rates, then how investors, consumers, and employers react. And there's conversations right now, Michael, about the Fed perhaps cutting interest rates before it meets in September. It will very likely cut in September. That means credit card bills, your APRs go lower, mortgage rates, if you're trying to buy a house, new car loans, they get less expensive.
Well, that's something I think everybody would be excited about. But, you know, for those people who are concerned about their money, what do they do now?
Look, you have to look at history. And historically, when we hit rough patches like this one, they take some time to work through. But we do get through. The so-called market corrections, that's when stocks fall 20% on average. They last 4 months, and they take 4 months to recover from. We're nowhere near correction territory at this point. Each of the big three indices are still up for the year. The other thing that you can do is if you have savings in the bank, lock in a CD before the Fed cuts rates. It is the difference between getting paid 5% for your money versus 0.05% in a traditional savings account, Michael.
All right, Rebecca, we always appreciate your expertise. Thank you.
Overseas now to the Middle East. Several U.S. personnel were injured in a rocket attack on an air base in Iraq. This comes as concerns grow in the region that Iran will retaliate against Israel. Our foreign correspondent Tom Sufi-Burge has the latest from Tel Aviv. Good morning to you, Tom.
Good morning, Robin. Yeah, amid growing fears, this region is on the brink of a wider war. 2 missiles striking that U.S. base in Iraq just days after the U.S. targeted Iranian-backed militants. And it comes as we wait for an anticipated Iranian strike on Israel.
This morning, several U.S. personnel injured after a rocket attack in Iraq. Officials say 2 missiles launched at Al-Assad Air Base. It follows a U.S. strike near Baghdad last week, which targeted Iranian-backed militants who posed a threat to U.S. and coalition forces, according to U.S. officials. And as tensions in this region intensify, all eyes now on Iran as it vows revenge on Israel, following the assassination of a top Hamas leader in the Iranian capital. President Biden, huddling with his national security team in the Situation Room, briefed on efforts to defend Israel, with U.S. diplomacy working round the clock and urging restraint.
All parties must refrain from escalation. All parties must take steps to ease tensions. Escalation is not in anyone's interests. It will only lead to more conflict, more violence, more insecurity.
In anticipation of an Iranian attack, the Pentagon moving more military assets to the Middle East, including more destroyers and an additional squadron of fighter jets. The US asking Arab allies to rejoin a defensive coalition which downed hundreds of Iranian missiles and drones in April. But US diplomats say they're facing a steeper hurdle this time, as many partners view Israel's actions last week as, quote, unnecessarily provocative.
So very important that there's a quiet set of allies that Israel has that will help knock down any of the incoming cruise missiles, drones, and missiles that are shot ballistically.
And guys, back to that attack on a US base in Iraq. The White House saying in the Situation Room, President Biden and his team discussed steps to defend US forces in this region and respond to any attack in a manner and place of their choosing. George?
It is a tense time. Okay, Tom, thanks. Now to the fast-moving brush fire in Southern California that burned several homes, forced families to evacuate. Kayna Whitworth is on the scene in San Bernardino. Good morning, Kayna.
Yeah, George, I spoke with firefighters who've been in this area for decades and say they've never seen a fire move this quickly. Look, you can see what's left of this home here still smoldering. The people that lived here had just moments to escape, and they told me they tried to save as many of their animals as they could, and sadly, not all of them made it out alive.
This morning, residents east of Los Angeles left to pick up the pieces after a fast-moving brush fire tore through the San Bernardino neighborhood.
We were so grateful for this house, and I can't believe it's gone.
Flames erupting Monday afternoon, leaving people just minutes to flee the Edgehill fire.
Hey, get out of there! Go! Go, 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 go!
200 firefighters racing to the scene.
Got about 5 acres, light fuels, rapid rate of spread, moving uphill with immediate structured threats.
You've fought fires on this hilltop before, and you say you've never seen one move as quickly as this one?
No. This thing moved very quickly.
Winds pushing the fire through dry brush in triple-digit temperatures and right into people's homes. This outdoor garden area first catching fire before spreading to the house, and an RV scene bursting into flames.
This is all that's left of that RV that caught on fire, and you can see behind me they're digging up the ground to try to turn off the gas line because it's still burning here.
Immense destruction for a fire that burned only 54 acres before its progress was stopped.
Now, we have learned that one firefighter was injured. Investigators will be back on scene early this morning, but this area will be in an excessive heat warning at least through the day today. And you guys, while this fire has been stamped out, we still have 17 other fires burning in the state right now. Guys.
So unbelievable. All right, Kayna, thank you so much. Coming up, the emotional roller coaster on the final day of gymnastics at the Olympics. Jordan Childs joins us live. There she is, Disneyland Paris, and she's going to tell us all about it live. Can't wait.
Plus, we'll meet the 2 new pandas before their official debut at the San Diego Zoo. We're going to meet them. We're not going to interview them, okay? But we'll be there live.
We can try. And we're tracking the latest on Debby and the flood emergency all morning long.